Well, hello. Tom Robertson here. Sorry that I don't have the normal intro of the kangaroo and the fancy music and that, but we had a little bit of car issues between my brother and myself, and my car is currently on loan, so I can't go anywhere. Can't go out in the woods. Can't go fishing. So I figured I would do a different kind of video today. I want to talk about self-defense. I know this is a very sensitive topic for some people, and but I want to talk about it in a different angle, in a different way. Um, a lot of people, when they think self-defense, they think firearm, instantly think firearm, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like firearms. I don't have any problem with firearms whatsoever. I have a few, and I love shooting. Um, But what I want to talk about is an alternative to firearms. And let me get to the reasoning why. Um, Statistically, you have a 0.1% chance of needing lethal force in a altercation of some sorts. 0.1%, not one, but 0.1. That means you have a 99.9% chance that you can use something else to get out of a nasty situation without using deadly force. Um, and with that, you need to realize that if you use deadly force, you are going to be under scrutiny by the local law enforcement. They're going to investigate what happened. They're probably going to detain you and take you downtown to their office, possibly put you in jail for a little while, just to make sure that they didn't send somebody on the loose that just committed a crime. So they're going to be very cautious about how they handle your case, and they're going to make sure that they get all the facts before they say, okay, you're good to go. That's one thing. Another thing is you are going to lose your firearm. They're going to compensate it. They're going to take it. It's now evidence. It's going to get locked up, and I don't think you ever get it back either. I guess it depends on what happened and why. Um, One example I have is we have two state troopers where I live here that just yesterday were um, confronted by a gentleman with a knife that was coming after them, so they used deadly force. And by the sounds of it, it sounds like it's probably justified. But right now, I guarantee you, those two officers are not on the job. Um, they're on administrative leave. I can almost guarantee that they're being investigated. The shooting is being investigated. This is just normal protocol. The guy was killed on the scene, and after they get cleared, which I really hope they do, I'm all for law enforcement, and it's a tough job they have. So hopefully they get cleared of the shooting and everything's fine. However, I can almost guarantee that somebody is probably going to sue them. That's just the facts. That's just the facts. When you use deadly force, you're probably going to get sued um, by the family or by the person itself. And it doesn't sound fair because there was a reason why deadly force was used and all that, but that doesn't matter. You can get sued for anything. I can get sued because I wear glasses, you know, and chances are in that instant, they do have a fairly decent chance of settling or winning. You know, they're going to get something. That's very unfortunate. But anyhow, let's get back to the statistics a little bit. Like I said, 99.9% chance that you can use something other than deadly force, other than a firearm to get out of it. Now, one thing I use, carry with me, is this flashlight. I'm not sure if the camera will pick up exactly what it is. It doesn't seem like it's going to focus, but this is a Nicord ABC 27. You get it on Amazon. They're, I want to say they're about $100, or just under $100, something like that. I can't remember. But this has 3,000 lumens and it can go to strobe. They tell me, I've been told that that will actually could put somebody into seizure, I guess, which is fine. I don't care if somebody goes into seizure from a flashlight. Benefit is you can carry this on a plane. It's a flashlight. That's all it is. So you got something that will help defend you on an airplane now, which is pretty cool. This has got a little bit of weight to it. You can use it for a striking tool. If you hit hard enough, it doesn't have a bezel or anything. You might be able to break that lens, but that's pretty durable. And it's got a nice little clip on it, clip right on your belt. Another thing you can use, pepper spray. This happens to be a Mace pepper spray gun. This will shoot 2 shots of a gel that goes, I want to say 15, maybe 20 feet. It's pretty good in the wind. It'll definitely do the job. It'll give you a chance to get out of your situation. One thing that I like to use and carry is these Byrna launchers. They launch a kinetic round, a hard ball, or a pepper ball. These happen to be made by Byrna. I am not sponsored by Byrna, anything like that. These are very high quality. They are definitely not a toy, and they hit hard. I've never been shot with one. I never want to be shot with one. But I have blown up 5-gallon pails with them. I have shot through several layers of cardboard and still put dents in the wood that was behind them. That's with the kinetic rounds. And you have pepper rounds that put off a gas, a big smoke ball of pepper smoke right in their face. You can shoot, you don't even have to shoot them. You can shoot the wall beside them, and all this gas will get into their face and irritate their eyes. Again, you're getting away without using lethal force. Your lawsuit is not going to be anywhere near as bad as you use the firearm. Another thing is you got to be careful with laws, though, even with these. At a time, just recently, Delaware changed this law. Their definition of a firearm was an object that can shoot a projectile by the use of explosive, CO2 gas, air pressure, and a spring, not including BB guns. I think I got that about right. I'm not quoting it word for word, which means this nail gun is a firearm, according to what Delaware's law used to be. They have now adopted the ATF's definition of firearm, which is a device that is modified to use an explosive charge to shoot out a projectile. Basically, that's what it says. So, a firearm, a gun. Now that Delaware has changed that law, this is no longer a firearm in Delaware, so this is 100% legal to carry, concealed, open, whichever way I prefer to carry it, which is great. However, in the city of Philadelphia, they still call these nail guns a firearm. So, just saying, be careful where you go. Make sure you know the laws where you're at. You could get into some trouble with one of these. Now, quick little thing I want to bring up. This is 68 caliber, and this looks a lot like a real firearm, except for those 2 screws. But the color of it looks like it has a rail. You can put a flashlight on the bottom, the whole 9 yards. But you can get a lot of trouble with this. Somebody could see that color, and say that guy's got a big old gun on him, and I don't like it. And next thing you know, you got somebody calling because you got this big gun on you and all that kind of stuff, when it's not even a gun at all. It's a launcher. Technically, this is called Right there. Launcher. Not a firearm. It's called a launcher. So that's why when Berna sent me an email saying, hey, we got this new compact one coming out. Are you interested? I'm like, yes, I'm interested. And I gave it some thought, and you know what? I'm going to get the orange one. I'm going to carry it concealed. I don't really care on the color anyway, but if somebody accidentally sees this, I got a lot better chance that they're not going to care because it's a nice, pretty, bright orange, which means it's either inert training gun or whatever. I'll probably look a little bit like a fool, but they're probably not going to call the cops because it's bright orange. Now, let's get to your house, defending your house. I have heard this a bunch of times. If somebody breaks in my house, I'm going to blow their head off. Okay, sure. And you know what? Most states that you'll be fine. You'll be legal. We're a castle doctrine state here in Delaware, and I know for sure New York is. I'm pretty sure PA is. A lot of them are. Some states are a stand your ground state too. That gets a little dangerous. But anyhow, I plan on, this is my plan. This is how I'm thinking. Nope. I'm not asking people to say you're wrong, you're an idiot, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to grab my shotgun. I'm not going to use a handgun. Somebody's kicking in my door, I'm grabbing my shotgun. Now, once that person gets past the threshold, they have to be past the doorway. All right? Not just kick the door in. They have to be past the doorway. That's when it's legal to shoot. Matter of fact, my instructors, which I like to mention the fact that I've had 100 online courses with USCCA and about 10 or 15 live courses. My instructors say at that point, dump the clip. You're fine, just dump the clip. But when you're asked, you didn't shoot to kill, you shot to stop the threat. Remember that. You stop the threat. You don't shoot to kill. You shoot center mass, but you don't shoot to kill. My plan is I'm going to stand in a shotgun, I'm going to chamber around, and they will be told, take my TV, take anything you want. You come near me, my wife, or my dogs, you will be shot. As many times as I feel like shooting you. Simple as that. The reason being, I don't want the lawsuit. You're going to get sued. You're clear on the shooting. If you want to shoot them, you can go ahead and shoot them. You're fine. But what are you protecting? Are you protecting your life, or are you protecting your TV set? Quite frankly, I need an excuse to buy a new TV. The dang thing's 15 years old now. What do I care? Go ahead, take it. I'll call the cops. Cops could arrest you. You go to jail. You won't be able to watch that TV anyway. So be it. Take whatever you want. Don't come near me or my wife. You even look at me funny, I'm blowing your head off. Simple as that. So, I guess with that, all I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to take the gun owners, which I support 100%, and make them think a little bit. Your odds of needing that firearm are really, really low. And you have about 1 second to make the decision if you're going to use it or not. You have no time whatsoever to look up laws to make sure that you're going to be legal or any of that kind of stuff. You have 0.1% chance, 0.1, that you're going to need to use deadly force. You have a 99.9% chance that you will not need it. And you got to make that decision in a second. Do you think you can do it? Or would you rather have an alternative on you to be able to think your way through it? And train. If you're carrying a firearm, train. Train a lot. It's a big responsibility. I'm sorry, but that one course that you take to get your permit to carry a firearm out in public, God bless you for doing it, is nowhere near what you need to know. You know nothing in comparison. So get out there, train, train often, think about what you're doing, and add to your kit. Come up with a second option, because if you only carry that hammer, everything's a nail. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Even if you think I'm crazy, I don't care. I will answer it. Be advised, if you are a bully, I'm a bigger bully, and I will answer it. Thanks for watching.